They have never found a single baby velociraptor fossil, not one. I found that interesting as I was drawing this little dinosaur figurine this morning. Scientists have looked and looked in that treasure of fossils in the Gobi Desert, and they've never turned up a hatchling or an egg or even a nest, not once in all the years they've been digging. What they did find was one juvenile skeleton, and that was back in 1999. This single specimen told us that young velociraptors look very much like smaller versions of their parents, which actually makes sense. But it left us with a huge gap in the fossil record. We have no idea what a newborn velociraptor looked like. We don't know how fast they grew or what size they were when they hatched, and the earliest days of their life remain a complete mystery. Then there are those two little hatchling skulls that turned up in an oviraptor nest back in 1994. Finding them was a puzzle nobody solved. Were the oviraptors stealing velociraptor eggs and eating babies, or was something else happening? One idea is that the velociraptors may have been brood parasites like modern cuckoos, laying their eggs in another dinosaur's nest and letting the oviraptor do all the hard work of raising them. We don't know. We have no way to prove any of it because the fossil record just does not give us enough information. We don't even know for sure if velociraptors nested at all. We assume they did because other raptors at the time nested and brooded their eggs. Oviraptors definitely nested. Other raptor species nested, so we figured the velociraptors did too, but that's an assumption. There's no evidence of it because we've never found a velociraptor nest. We've never even found an egg. I keep thinking about how small these animals actually were while I was painting this sketch. The movies make them seem huge, but a real velociraptor was only about 6 feet long from nose to tail, roughly the size of a turkey. They weighed somewhere between 30 and 45 pounds. A grown turkey is nothing you want to mess with, but it's not the monster that Jurassic Park showed us. And when you look at the early scenes in that movie, the paleontologist even mentions that a giant turkey would not be very scary. But then the filmmakers needed to make them terrifying, so they made them 3 times bigger and gave them all kinds of behaviors that we have no evidence for. They did CT scans of raptor skulls and found that the bones were hollow like modern birds, which would have made them very light on their feet. Their brains were large compared to their body size, and the part of the brain that handles agility and speed was quite developed, which means they were very fast and agile. That combination of features makes sense for what they were, small predators built for quick, precise movements.